and funded account. Alright, so if you're excited for that, or if you're just here for that, I'm here to tell you that we cancelled that completely. Only kidding. We have to have a bit of a sense of humor, but we will be doing that giveaway at the end of today's session. On my right and your left, we also have a couple of Vault Market merchandise. We have some FX merchandise, caps, golfers, everything you need. When you wake up in the morning and you feel like you're having a bad day, and you have some coffee from a Vault Market, it's definitely going to get your day started on a better note. Alright, next person.
Damien, I come from Mama's Bury.
What are you here for?
For knowledge.
Knowledge, right? So we got people coming from Malmesbury. The last time we had people come from Atlanta, Port Elizabeth, all the way to Cape Town. Why? For the same common goal. They want to make more money. What's your name, sir?
My name is Nkusei Titi.
Alright.
I'm here to learn Forex.
Alright, so you're here to learn Forex. Let's go to some of the ladies. Introduce yourself, please.
My name is Dorothy. I'm from Atlantis.
Okay.
I'm here to become profitable.
Alright, so do you have any trading experience so far?
Just a little bit.
A little. So you want to obviously sharpen your skill set. Alright, perfect. Another lady over here.
Hi, my name is Petunia. I'm from Quebec and I'm here to learn more about the business.
Alright, so at the end of the day, we all know that each person here wants to walk away with something. They want knowledge, they want to learn the skill, they want to make money. I think that's the bottom line over here. Are there any entrepreneurs here or business owners? Lift up your hand. Okay, Petunia as well. Anybody else? Nobody else? Alright, so everybody likes the 9 to 5. You don't like it? Okay, I'm going to ask you a question. You have a dream. What's your dream?
It's to learn Forex.
Is that the only dream you have? Alright, so let's take it from a business owner. What do you do?
I'm doing nails. I have the business, a registered business. Petunia Flowers.
Okay, so you do nails. So everybody after this, we're going to go do our nails in Goodwood. Alright, so now that we got everything out of the way, we're going to get set up and started. Thank you everybody for being on time. It's highly appreciated. Today, you're going to learn a lot of things. And I'm excited for it. Okay. Okay, so can we all still hear me loud and clear? Alright, perfect. So, what I'm going to do is basically give you an introduction. I gave you a small brief intro about myself. I'm going to give you an introduction about what Forex is, who are the main participants in Forex, how you capitalize, and then I'm going to introduce who Vault Markets is, who I am and what I represent, and then also what you can do to kickstart your journey here with us today. It doesn't start tomorrow, it starts today. Okay? So if you look over here, we have Wolfie FX Investments. Right? What is Forex? That's the main question that everybody wants to know. So Forex, or Forex trading, is also known as the foreign exchange of currencies. It involves the buying and selling of currency pairs, which often includes risk, or most of the time Forex trading occurs, there's risk involved, right? Whether you start a business, whether you do whatever, there's always risk going to be involved with what you do. Because in order to win, you got to lose first. It's part of life. You can't just keep taking, you got to give. Alright? And the Forex market is one of the most largest markets in the world, where over $1 trillion US dollars is traded on a daily basis on an international level. So what does that mean for me and you? Right? So if I were to invest money and trade, how do I become profitable? How do I compete with your corporations, hedge funds, people who own asset management firms making money? How do we compete with them? It's very, very simple. All we do is we don't compete with them, we go with the flow, we do what they are doing. Alright? So because there's huge risk involved, you need to be comfortable with exposing yourself to that risk. Because obviously without no risk comes no reward. You with me so far? Yeah. Alright. Now foreign exchange or Forex trading, it's a very, very simple thing, right? It's about currency pairs where they are exchanged with one another with the aim of making a profit. So like I said in the beginning, the reason why you want to trade Forex is to make money. Has anybody traded here before? Yes. You got a trade at the back, a trade over here, one over there. He's actually one of my students, one of my clients over here as well. How's your trading journey been so far? Okay, so it looks like we are here for a roller coaster at the end of the day. Alright, so what I want to say about this is there's multiple participants within the Forex industry, right? Such as corporations, hedge funds, commercial banks, and also individuals like ourselves known as retail traders, right? So where we come in, we control not even less than 1% of the market because our money is so small and the value that it has doesn't attain or compare to what the other institutions have to offer. Okay, so what we need to do is make sure that we sharpen our minds, sharpen our tool sets so that we can obviously persevere and come out on top. Now the whole aim of this seminar is to empower as many people as possible. Because I'm sure many of you, when you see the word Forex, the first thing that comes to mind is what? Scam. It's a scam. Why?
Because we don't understand.
Exactly. But why? Ask yourself the question, why?
Because we don't know.
Besides not knowing, many people fall victim to the get-rich-quick scheme. When somebody tells me, give me 1,000 and I'll give you 20,000 in 24 hours, what's the first thing that comes to mind? Yes, sounds amazing. Can't wait to start. Can't wait to get started. Let me sign up today. Where's the paperwork? Where's the contract? That's the first thing that comes to mind, right? But none of us actually take the opportunity to find out how far-fetched this thing really is. How close is it to being true, or how close is it to being false? Because I mean, what person are you going to give 1,000 rand to, and they give you 20 times the value you initially started with? Does it make sense? If anybody goes to a bank or an institute that does investments, what is the return that you're looking for on your money? What, like between 3 and 5% give or take? Over a long period of time. So what makes you think that somebody is going to give you 20 times the value of your money within a day? I mean, I might fall victim like myself if it was over 2 weeks because that's understandable. But I mean, what happens if it's over a day? 24 hours, that's too quick, right? So my job is to obviously make sure that you avoid getting in that trap. My job is to make sure that you avoid spending your money on places or channels where you won't get a return. Alright, are we clear on that? Okay, so when I talk about the market participants in the Forex industry, the banks, the institutes, the hedge funds, what do? They trade currency for various reasons. They speculate against the dollar, the Australian dollar, the New Zealand dollar, the Japanese yen. They do all of those things. They hedge with it, and then other businesses use it for what? What do they use it for? Just transactions, regular business transactions. Somebody has a company in South Africa, it's registered in Dubai, for instance. There is an exchange of currency going along. Okay? So in essence, if we ask yourself, what is Forex trading? Forex trading symbolizes the exchange of currency pairs. Right? So if we were to compare the dollar to the rand, it's probably about 1920 for $1, right? Tomorrow it's 1920, the next day it's 1920, the day after that it's 1920, right? But one thing that we are not taking into account is for that full duration of the day, it moves in smaller increments. So it goes 19.19, 19.20, 19.21, 22, 23, goes back down, and that's how it will fluctuate throughout the day. The next thing I want to talk to you about with Forex is something very, very simple, right? Yes, it's easy to understand. Some people often overcomplicate it. But the main thing about Forex trading is this. Because a lot of people think it is a get-rich-quick scheme, they become victim, like I said. But this is what I want you to take from it, right? Forex requires hard work. It requires dedication. If you can envision somebody, right, who is somebody who builds houses, for instance, that person goes to work, he has his toolbox with him, he wakes up early, he leaves first, he comes home last. He works extremely hard during that day, and he gets remunerated. Whether he gets paid good or bad, that's neither here nor there. But the bottom line is he gets paid a certain amount of money for rendering his service. In the Forex industry, it's exactly the same. If you're the sharpest, you're going to make the most. If you make stupid decisions, you'll make the least. It goes hand in hand. Nobody said that doing Forex trading will immediately make you a fortune. No, it requires skill, discipline, patience, consistency. When you are trading Forex, what you need to understand is that there is a certain way about how it's done. You've got to educate yourself first. You've got to invest the time to know how something works. You can't go into something blindly. It's like you know teaching, but you jump into real estate to sell your first house. Somewhere along the line, it just doesn't make sense. What do you need to do? It's a process. Get a real estate license, find yourself a mentor who does real estate, who makes money from real estate, and that is how you will obviously learn. Alright? So what I need to tell you is, if you are here today and you are somebody that's hardworking, somebody who's dedicated, somebody who can put in the time to master this, you are here for the right reason. Right? No offense to those who thought it would be something else, but we have to make things clear from the beginning. If you have your mindset right from the beginning, it sets you apart from the rest. Because at the end of the day, if you come into something thinking the right way, you're going to walk out with the expected result. Okay? So, like I was saying, if you're here because you want to learn, if you're here because you're willing to put in the work, I am here to help you. Right? Vault Markets is here to help you. And we'll get onto Vault Markets at a later stage within the seminar. But what I want to know from you is, everybody works here, right? Everybody works, they have a job, you're either working or you're studying or you're doing something. There's one person who's doing something, right? That is their own. The question that I have to you is, when you get home from work, what do you do? Think about it. What do you do when you get home from work? Whether you have kids or not, it's neither here nor there. What do you do when you get home from work? You have duties. You have kids. You want to see your kids. If you're a mom, you got to cook, you got to clean, you got to do a lot of things. Right? So let's assume you have kids, 3 kids, 2 kids, maybe you have a husband. Right? Your family of 5. Can we say that, give or take, by 9 p.m. you're in bed? Give or take, 9 o'clock you're getting into bed. I guarantee you the first thing that comes to mind is you got your cell phone with you and you're on social media. Yes or no? WhatsApp group, laughing a bit, watching Facebook videos, TikTok videos, having a gag, right? So if you find that fun, that's all good. If you find spending your time and you find peace in that, and that serves your purpose, that is all good. I have no hatred towards it. I have nothing towards it. But me, I know I'm a winner. What does it mean to be a winner? It means you got to do whatever it takes. If it's going to take me 24 hours to work on a project to complete it, no matter what it is, I'm going to do it. Because that is how determined I am. The motivation, the drive that keeps me moving forward. Right? And for me, that is something that cannot be bought. It's not something where you just wake up one morning. Maybe it is you have like a, out of body experience and something tells you, you know what, today I need to do something about my life. It happens. Right? But if it hasn't happened to you yet, maybe use today as an opportunity to dig deeper and self-reflect and find out what is your true purpose, what do you want to do, what do you want to become, what do you want to achieve in the next 5 years, maybe even now for the, a short-term goal for the next 6 months. Ask yourself that question. Do you want to be at the same job? Do you want to be promoted? Where do you see yourself? Do you want to be at another company? Do you want to change your career paths? That is the questions that you need to ask yourself. Right, now I'm going to break it down to Vault Markets. Who is Vault Markets? This name doesn't go unnoticed. If you are in the financial industry and you hear the name, you know it holds some good power, some deep power, some inner meaning, because it is a reputable brand. When somebody hears about Rolex, they know Rolex is what? It's a watch, but it's for quality. People might not have it, but they know about it because of the brand and the reputation it has for quality and longevity. right? So if we dive deep into vault markets, we want to ask ourselves the question, who is vault markets? Vault markets is an online platform that allows us to trade and exchange foreign currency, right? So they are the middleman between you and the financial market out there. What do they provide? They provide real-time data, pricing quotes, which allows you to analyze and execute trades on a real-time basis. What that means is the minute you decide to buy or sell, it instantly executes a trade so that you can be in a position at the right time. And we all know how important timing is. You know the saying, wrong place, wrong time. It happens to a lot of us, like when you're in an accident, oh shit, what if I just came a second or two late? What if I left a second or two earlier, right? So with vault markets, it allows you to be in the space at exactly the time that you want it to be, right? And I'm going to tell you why I choose vault markets firstly. Number one, fully licensed and registered brokerage. What does that mean? Your funds are secure and safe. That is one thing that people always worry about. When I deposit my money or when I invest my money, where does it go? What happens to it? Can I have access to it at any time? Yes, you can. Just like any other institution like a bank, if you want to withdraw your money now, you can withdraw your money at any given point in time. But the thing is, what separates Vault from the rest of the brokers out there? Number one, Vault wasn't established yesterday. Number two, they've grown to become a reputable brand over time, and that is the reason why they are the best in South Africa. If you were to Google who is the best broker, Vault pops up first. Why? Anybody know why? If you search best soccer player, who pops up? Why? Because he's the best. Nobody's going to put him on the front of the cover if he's the worst player out there. So obviously likewise with Vault. And just to make mention, we're obviously a juristic representative of Rocket X with the FSP license number 52142. You can go and Google that, which means we are compliant with the FSCA. For those of you who don't know, Financial Sector Conduct of Authority. Has anybody heard those names before? No. Why? Why do we know these names? Because everybody thinks it's so easy. Everybody thinks basically that when you start Forex trading, it's just putting your money in, taking it out. It doesn't work like that. You got to know who all of the participants are in the market. Why? Because when you have insights, you can act on them and you can make informed trading decisions. You understand? You with me so far? Who's lost here? Some people are looking at me puzzled, some people are nodding their head. Yes. Yes, my man at the back, you want me to come to you? Are you sure? What do you want to know? Which portion? Let me come to the back. Let me make it easier for you. Talk to me. What do you want to know? Nah. We got people here waiting on you. Talk. What do you want to find out? Okay. So you never heard it before. All right. So that's perfectly fine. It just means now that you're in this space, you're going to be hearing about it more often. To refer back to him over there, if I don't know anything about cars and somebody tells me this is a BMW, I'm going to agree with him. Because I don't know about cars. But if I know about cars, I'll say no, but it's not a BMW, it's a Volkswagen. As an example, right? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to introduce you to the various account types that we offer here at Vault Markets. Right? We have many accounts, but I'm going to go over the most important three. Number one, a standard account. If you find yourself that you are earning a decent salary or you have some savings where you can disposably invest a 3,000 to a 5,000 or a 10,000, anywhere in that bracket, a standard account would be perfect for you. Alright? However, if you find yourself in a situation where you're not so fortunate, things are a bit tight, things are a bit difficult, what you can do is opt for a micro account. What does a micro account allow you to do? It allows you to do the exact same thing on a standard account, but reduced with the ratio significantly so that anybody could afford it. Alright, you with me so far? Account 1, standard. Account 2, micro account. Right, what does that mean for us? It means investors maybe like yourself, you don't have much money. You can afford to put in anything. You can put it in. Why? Because it allows you, it gives you that platform to do so. Alright? And then the third account that we have here at Vault Markets is an Islamic account. So for those of you who are a bit on the religious side of life, they have an Islamic account as well, which obviously means no swap, so it's swap free. Alright? And if I explain swap free, it's basically something got to do with interest. Let's just put it that way. Okay? Because you won't obviously understand if I explain the full definition of it right now. Alright, and then what do all three of those accounts have in common? Those accounts have something very, very important. You get two options, a bonus or no bonus. Many people when they hear the word bonus, oh yes, extra money, extra funds. But with more money comes more responsibility. Because now you're not just managing the money you invested, you're managing a larger portion. So on every account type that there is, we generally provide a no bonus, a 100% bonus, and a 200% bonus to obviously speed up and increase your chances with the Forex market. Okay? And how do we do that? Let's assume you invest 1,000 Rand, and what happens? You have a bonus account. You will then have 2,000 Rands worth of equity. Right? We just double it. You with me? Alright, cool. So if I put in 1,000 Rand today, immediately it will now reflect that I have 2,000 Rand. Okay? Does it mean I can go into a negative or lose trades worth 2,000 Rand? Of course not. It acts as credit. Right? So it allows you to enter larger positions with a relatively small amount of capital invested. So that means instead of you now entering currency pair trades, you can now trade indices, which yields a much higher return on investment. Alright? Now, just to pause myself there for a minute or two, I'm going to ask you a question. Alright? You may know nothing about it, but obviously it just takes logic to answer the question. Okay? So I'm going to ask you, right? If you were a Forex trader, and you are trading, and you are risking, for interest sake, 200 Rand. Let's just say you're risking 200 Rand on one trade. Obviously it means that you want to make a profit of more than 200 Rand. Right, so let's say 600 Rand is your target. You are comfortable with risking 200 Rand. Okay? Now here's where the question comes in. With currency pairs, it will take you maybe 3 days, 5 days to make that 600 Rand. Okay? So scenario 1, you make it 300 to 500 Rand if you are correct within 3 to 5 days. Or scenario number 2, you make that 300 or you make that 600 Rand within a couple of hours or within the same day. Which option? 1 or 2? 2. Why? Who's saying 1 here? Okay, so 2 people are saying 1. Right? So that means you are okay with waiting 3 to 5 days to make a 600 Rand. Correct? Okay. For those of you who chose option 2, you are looking at making 600 Rand within a couple of hours or within that same day. Is that correct? If I'm getting it correctly. Okay. Why would you choose that option? Why would you choose that option? You want quick returns. There we go.
It also saves on time.
Saves on time. Anybody else? Anybody else here want to give another? Want to go for it? You can make more money during the week. Makes sense. The weekend's coming. Or December's around the corner. Want to go to Godini spas. Want to go on vacation. What do you tell yourself? Nah, I'll make money quicker. Why? Because I can fund my project quicker. I can afford to pay it much quicker. Am I right? So obviously, it's our human or our basic instinct to want to make money faster. Alright? Now, is it a safe thing? Yes, it's fairly safe. Both options have the equal risk and responsibility involved. The only difference is it's obviously up to you which option you prefer. I've got some people who prefer trading currency pairs like Euro USD, USD ZAR, GBP JPY because they are comfortable with how it moves. But then I also got people who are risk takers. They don't mind putting up equity at stake because they know once they are winners, they win big and they win big fast. Because if I ask myself the question, if hypothetically speaking, it takes me 3 hours to make a 600, what's the next thing that runs through my mind? How many hours are there in a day? How many hours am I sleeping? How many hours am I awake? Right? And then I tell myself, okay, if I sleep 10 hours, I have X amount of hours left, let's say 14. Right? Quick math. What do I do now? I split it 3, 6, 9, 12. That's 4 times. That means I stand a chance of making 600 Rand 4 times. That's the first thing that goes through anybody's mind. Believe me, I've been there, I've done it, I know, I'm doing this for like more than 5 years, I know exactly how we think. Even as a beginner, if somebody's brand new to this, I know what you're thinking. Your thoughts are, let's assume I make 2,000 Rand a day, 2,000 times 5 days, that's 10,000 Rand. Okay, cool. Next week I can pay for my holiday away. The week after that, buy me a bigger TV. If I save for like 2 months, then maybe renovate the whole house. That's what we're thinking. There are the exact thoughts that go through our mind. Somebody tell me no. Somebody tell me that is not what goes through your mind right now. Anybody? No. Because you all think the same way. Is it bad to think that way? No. At the back you saying that you think differently. No, I'm just kidding, don't worry, I'm just kidding. Right? So now that we have the vault out of the way, we have the basic understanding of what Forex is. I think I'm going to talk a bit more about myself, who I represent, what we do, how we can enable your trading, how we can help and assist you, and how we can support you. Right? So obviously we are a leading company specializing in investment and Forex education. Right? Which means what? We train you how to trade. Right? Do we trade for you? No. Why? Because we have a vision and a mission to obviously combat the gap that is in the South African market. Right? The first thing being scams. People getting ripped off from their hard-earned money. Right? And how do they fall victim to that? How do they fall prey to that? It's because they have the idea that they can get rich quick with a minimum amount of effort required. So obviously anybody would fall victim to that because who wouldn't? It just sounds too juicy. It sounds too true. But yet you have hope that, you know what, there might be a chance that I could be correct and that this person is trustworthy. Right? So to combat that, we have seminars. You come into our office, you sit down, make yourself coffee, make yourself whatever. You sit here with people who is just as like-minded as you. Why? Because when you're sitting in a group of winners, even if you're a loser, what are you? A winner. Exactly. And that's what happens when you sit amongst winners. If there are 4 losers and you're 1 winner, you're most likely going to end up being a loser. Why? Because if you're infamous, it travels faster in being known for the right or correct reason. Okay, so to jump onto this, the second gap that we want to cover is poverty. That is the real thing. But also, I've dealt with clients before that don't come from, let's call it poverty. They come from a more affluent background, where they have cash on hand. If I have to call any one of my buddies and be like, hey, I need it, let's say 10K. They're like, okay, cool, I'll assist you, I'll help you out, it's fine. Right? Which means they have disposable income. What does that mean? Just because they have that amount of money doesn't mean they're comfortable. They want to make more money. In fact, I've never met somebody yet that was comfortable with what they are currently earning. Even myself. If I could make more money, I would. In fact, I do. Because I determine that. Nobody else determines it for me. Right? So what I want to find out is, people here who are serious, right? You say you are serious about it. You say you want to get into this industry, right? You want to be a part of it. You want to change your life. What is one thing, or a couple of things, or even if it's two, that you want to achieve besides money? Because money is just the medium of exchange, right? Money buys you this. It gives you that. What is one thing, or two things that you want? Go for it. Freedom. Alright. So you see, now you are touching on things that are intangible. Things like, you can't just like pick it up. You can't pick up freedom. Money you can pick up. Money gives you freedom. A better house. Money gets you a better house. A better car. Money gets you a better car. But the first thing you need is money. You can't just get a better car. But before you get money, what do you need? Hard work, dedication, consistency. Right? So as I'm saying, if you're here for the right reasons, like you say you are, if you're feeling a bit demotivated because of life or what has happened to you in the past, I'm here to tell you it's okay. I've been there. Right? And I'm speaking on behalf of myself. I'm going to do a bit of a backstory about myself shortly. But before I do, just to touch on the training that we provide. Right? So like I was saying, we have training programs. We have seminars, we have boot camps, we have support systems, we have additional documents, additional support documents to assist you. We do online training twice a week. We do many things. Why? To make sure that you know whatever money you spend it on the right reason. And also at the same time, hold yourself accountable. Are you with me? Accountability. You can't just expect to, let's say you pay for the training, you pitch up, you're happy, you're motivated, you're good, you're ready to start. But the minute you leave here, what happens? Whatever, it is what it is. Tonight it's fine, I'll watch Netflix. Tomorrow, no, I'm going to definitely do it tomorrow. I'm motivated today more than ever, I'll do it tomorrow. Tomorrow comes, just hide again, let's just watch Netflix. Maybe do you want to watch Netflix? Yeah, no, let's just watch, come, let's watch Netflix. And that is how easily you can be distracted from your goals. A small thing, having a bad day at work, feeling moody in the morning, it can ruin a lot of things. Right? But rest assured, one thing what I can tell you, that being here, being present with us, you will experience a lot of ups and downs. You will experience a lot of challenges. Because without challenge and difficult situations, no growth occurs. Right? So you got to be optimistic. You got to have that growth mindset. You got to be able to dedicate time. You got to be able to lose. I've got many people here who don't want to lose at all. So how do you win? And I know a famous saying, right? Millionaires risk hundreds of thousands to become millionaires. But they do it. But how do they become a billionaire? They risk millions. And if I speak amongst us over here, one thing what I can say is, some people won't even risk a 50 rand. Some people are scared to risk a 50 rand. Some people are scared to risk 100 rand. But I understand why. Because majority of us live hand to mouth. Money in, money out. When money comes in, it goes. So we act like the medium. We act like the middleman between what is coming in and what is going out. When in fact, we need to be the ones controlling it. You understand? And how do we get that? Chasing our dreams. Alright? So here, what we have to offer? Success. How are you going to become successful? What can I ask for? There we go. You can't come here and do the bare minimum. I can only do my part. I can't meet you 100%, but then you want to come 10%. What are you doing? You're wasting my time. Generally speaking, you're wasting my time. Right? So what I'm going to do is, when I started here, I told you a short story about myself. But now I'm actually going to elaborate, dig deeper into what is actually, or what actually happened to me. I'll dig deeper and I'll explain so that those of you here sitting who might have read it before can find some inspiration and also to tell you that because I've experienced that, I can share my past experience and mistakes with you so that you don't make the same mistakes. It's very, very easy to say it theoretically, practically even more difficult to do. But can it be done? Yes. Right? So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to explain to you, before I even go into how to make profits, I'm going to explain to you a backstory about myself. Okay? Everybody good?
Yes.
Everybody good? Some people look fast asleep here. Some people look fast asleep. You should have let me know how to go popcorn with. Make it more interesting. But anyways, nevertheless, right? 2018. I'm not going to say how old I was then. I'll tell you afterwards. By 2018, I was on social media and I'm just scrolling. Randomly scrolling and just looking. And I come across something about Forex. I'm like, okay, cool. Seems interesting. But what is it really? Do I know? No. But one thing what I saw was people my age and not too far from me were making money. And I'm not talking about hundreds and 200 rands. I'm talking about large amounts of money. A money where you can go and buy your car cash right now. And when I saw that, I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. What did I learn in school? I was on time every day. I was in the top performance, but what did I actually learn? Not much, right? So just imagine, right? Being one of the top performers in school, I told myself, you know what? Let me try this thing. And how I actually got to it is a very close buddy of mine. He was doing it, he just started. And I asked him, hey, I see you doing this thing. The first thing you want to know, obviously, being a human being, is it legit? Right? Where's the legitimacy behind it? How do I get started? And then he told me, you know what? He's legit. Let me take you through it. He showed me, took out his phone, and I'm like, whoa, use your laptop. Use your computer. He said, no, use your cell phone. And it's at that moment that I realized the world that we're living in has evolved so much that if you have a cell phone and you have a data connection, it means you have access to money. It's that simple. If you have a cell phone, if you have a data connection, you are out on the global market and you have access to money any given point in time. It's up to you whether you do it. Whether you're doing e-commerce, whether you're doing high-ticket closing, whether you're doing Forex trading, there's so many channels out there that can make you money from your cell phone. I'm sure you use your cell phone to promote your nail business, right? Exactly. Things like websites, they don't exist anymore because they're not important. Why? Social media, right? So anyways, it's now 2019 and I'm getting like very serious about doing this, right? I'm like, okay, I don't have any funds, but what can I do? They said, look, the minute you have some funds available, let me know, I'll set you up and we'll get started. Bear in mind, 2018, I discovered it. 2019, I started. I went to my first training bootcamp, right? It was at the back of his house, under the, you know, like umbrella, shade umbrella. And to me, it really didn't matter where it was. Because at the time, the only thing that was on my mind was, I'm going to be learning a skill here today. I'm going to be learning something, okay? And what did I do? Wrote my laptop, wrote my phone, wrote a book, wrote a pen. And I went through it. Took me about a day or two, and then I was like, okay, cool. This and this is making sense. This makes this makes that. And everything ties in together, okay? So now that it ties in together, I asked me, what's the next step? Right, so step one, I got knowledge. Right? I tried to understand how it worked before I put money in. The next thing he told me, alright, you're good to go, invest some money. I will never forget this. I was in school at the time, it was a school night, I put in a 500 rand. Right? Placed my first trade, using obviously a brokerage of course. The next morning I woke up, minus 500 rand gone. Like, holy shit. Wow. Like, wow, that was quick. Like, not even a heads up or anything, like, your money's getting like, it just vanished. And then I was like, okay, cool. Look at my history. Maybe something's wrong. Like, nah, nothing's wrong. I just lost my money. And I was like, okay, shit. Guess we're going to have to put money in again now. Right? Because it's done. And then I told myself, okay, cool. A week later, I was like, yo, I don't work. I was like, okay, cool. Got access to funds again. I put in 1,000 rand this time. I never forget this. I traded Nasdaq. It was a Friday night. It was about 6 p.m. The markets generally close just before 12 for the weekend gap. I'm on the 1 minute time frame. I'm entering trades, small trades, right? And I have 1,000 rand in my account. Back then, 2019, there were not so many brokers, and also there was no such thing as a micro account. So there was no such thing as investing small. You either had to go big or go home, right? So that was on my journey. Go big or go home. Bear in mind, 1,000 rand is absolutely nothing to invest on a standard account. That is your risk, if not a fraction of your risk alone. So I was like, okay, cool, let's try it out. Let's see, maybe lucky's on my side. And I trade. I enter a couple of trades, and I make a 300, 500, 200, 250. In a couple of minutes. I'm on the 1 minute time frame. Next thing you knew, my account was on 3,000 rand. Oh. And I was like, okay, cool. Now it's legit. Now I'm telling myself, now it's legit. It's good. It's worth my time. Right? And then the next thing I tell myself is, let's try to withdraw the money. Right? Because now I want to see if that funds is going to come out. Because you know, a lot of some of these platforms, they're like, your money's there, you make money, but now you got to pay to release your funds. That's nonsense. That's nonsense. Nah, that's nonsense. No way ever have I heard that you need to pay for your funds to be released. Not even from brokers that's international. Right? So rest assured, here at Vault Markets, you do not pay to withdraw your funds. But anyways, I withdraw my money. Back then, Forex was brand new. There wasn't that big support structure that there was like it is now. Okay? So obviously it takes a couple of days to withdraw. Day one, right? Bear in mind it was Friday, markets closed Saturday, Sunday. I'm like, okay, Monday, first thing when I wake up, I'm going to get up for school, I'm going to withdraw. I wake up Monday morning, I woke up earlier than expected, I was like, whoa. I never even slept yet, the company's probably still closed, I only open at 8 o'clock. I was like, okay, cool. If I do it early, at least when 8 o'clock comes and everybody logs on, it'll be at the top of the list. I do it. Monday, I'm looking at my emails waiting for withdrawal. Nothing. I was like, oh my God, what happened to my money? My money's gone. Day two, same thing. Nothing. And I was like, oh shit. What do I do now? Because now, I actually made money, but I want it back. And then day three came, it was the afternoon, and I got a notification on my phone. Apps of buy or pay. That's normally the reference that comes through. And I saw money coming to my account, and I was like, holy shit, this thing is legit. This thing is legit. And what I did next, I withdrew my profits, and I left my deposit in the account. Right? That's how you do it. Rinse and repeat. Right? Leave the profit, withdraw the profits, leave the funds in the account. I'm starting at 1,000 rand again. And all I'm telling myself is, Sahil, whatever you did Friday, do it again today. Do it again the next day. Do it again the following day. And then boom, I lost 1,000 instantly. And I was like, yo, whoa, alright, it's fine. I'm still floating 2K. Right? So 3,000 plus the 1,000 that's invested. Put in another 1,000 now, I'm left with 2K net profit. Okay, I fund that. And I'll tell you what, I made money actually. And I withdraw. And it became such a good habit that on a monthly basis, I was making more than 10,000 rand. To me, someone who's in school, 10,000 rand on a monthly basis, more than that, it's a damn lot of money, eh? I can tell you, if you have any kids and you give them a 10,000 rand, they'll come home with a Porsche. Because to them it's a freaking large amount of money, right? So the moral behind the story was, I was making a decent amount of money. I went to school. Obviously, you're a kid, you get an allowance, you don't pay for bills. Everything is good, right? Parents sort everything out, they take clothing shopping, blah, blah, blah. I was like, nah, I don't wear sports in anymore. Right? My parents are like, okay, cool, buy sports in, that's fine. Like a few Nikes here and there. Right? We don't come from rich backgrounds. Take it to sports in. Like, nah, it's cool. Pay for my own things. Pay for my own things. Nah, I shop for Biani. Right?
Mommy not asking now.
Here we go. So now I don't shop at the same place anymore. I shop at the place that's much more. Let's say a sweater costs 100, a sweater costs 1,500. It's fine with me. That's a huge upgrade, right? That's a significant upgrade. And things were looking so good for me, right? I was like, nah, this thing is working. And I got 2 cars. Nevertheless, still living at home, don't pay rent. Everybody's like, nah, well done. Whatever you're doing, keep doing it. It's fine. 2020 came. I'm very naive now. Because if somebody talks to me in the house, what's your tone when you talk to me? What's your tone? Right? Because I'm making money. If somebody comes to me and says, I want to earn more than you. Right? So, I was younger at the time. Didn't know much about the world because, you know, obviously never had that much responsibility. Somebody comes to me, hey, what you tell when you talk to me, man? I'll pay your salary. Right? That type of thing. Little to know, 2020 came. It messed everything up for me. I was at an event like this, registering to study. I was going to study financial management, a degree, 3 years. Sitting there, fill out the paperwork, everything is looking good. I just need to pay. Bear in mind, I have now money set aside. I'm ready to pay. I'll pay for my degree cash also, it's fine. I don't mind. Right? Mom, dad, you don't have to cover everything, I'll pay for it cash at school. Sitting there, and I'm thinking, my word, and I'm looking like, I'm sitting here like where you're sitting, and I'm looking next to me, and I'm like, wow, is this really where I want to be? I'm sitting with people who still get an allowance. That's what I'm thinking in my mind. I'm sitting with people where mom and dad still pay for this. Later it's like, do you want to go out? Do you want to, you know, grab some food? Now I'm waiting for my mom to send me some cash. Like, I couldn't deal with that. I was busy with people in the same room, very intelligent. But what do they suck at? Life. There's a huge difference. You can be smart, but you can be bad at life. Right? And I got up there and I left. And I said, you know what? I'm going to take all my money and I'm going to invest it in the market. Best thing I ever thought at the time. And then boom, COVID-19 happened, market crash. But difficult. Sometimes, like, even today I think about it and I'm like, damn, that was something that scarred me. COVID-19 happened, I blew everything. Do you know that thing on YouTube, I blew it, when people win the lotto? And they just squander their money and they use everything up. I blew it, I lost everything. And I'll never forget, my family, they all came to console me like, ah, it's okay, it's just money. And the only thing that I'm thinking is, it's not just money. It was, at the point, it was everything to me. And then I went, I evolved, I was broke. Now this is what you need to understand, and many can relate to me. When you don't have money, everything in your life starts to go wrong. Right? Your car breaks. Now the other car breaks. Now you have both cars that are broken. Right? Now you get the bill that comes in, you can't pay the bill. Then you get another bill that comes in, you can't pay that bill. And now I said, holy shit, you're in a big predicament, can't do anything. I was then forced to get a job. Started working, I lived like a poor person. Right? I didn't spend money on anything. Friends, if you want to go out on weekends, it's cool. I know what I need to do. And why do I know what I need to do? Why? Because I benefited from this in the past. I experienced the fruits of success in the past to know that this is how good it tasted and this is where I want to be again. Alright. And then 2021, year 2, year after COVID, and then we opened Wolfie FX Investments. One thing that I want to let you know is, in the next 2 months, I've been prolonging it. Some people who know me, they know, yes, we're going to do investments, yes, we're going to do investments, yes, we're going to do it. But it was never action, right? And there's a reason why. If I were to take all your money here in this room and invest it, and it were lost, the first thing you're going to do is, hey, here's my money. Right? Whether it be a 5 rand, or 1 rand, 100 rand, that's the first thing you're going to ask me. Hey, here's my money. Right? So for that reason, we compile all of the correct things first, so that if anything does go wrong, there is a backup. If the backup fails, there's another backup. We don't want to obviously put you in a situation where you're crying over your funds, because that's the last thing we want to do. The more money I make for you, the more money I'm obviously going to make for myself. So it would be dumb to shoot myself in the foot by not, let's say, paying out someone. And I'll give you a quick example, right? Let's assume you invest the 500 rand. Every month after you invest the 500 rand, I give you a 750 rand. So you're walking away with a 250 extra at the end of the month. What's going to happen the next month? You're going to invest again. Again. At some point, he's going to say, you know what? Let me give 1,000. Let me give 2,000. What does that mean for me? Besides the gentleman over here, there are many others like him who would want to do the same thing. And what does it mean? With a larger amount of money pulled together, more volume can be traded, which means essentially I'll make more money. So why would I shoot myself in the foot by investing his 500 and then 2 months down the line he doesn't get paid out? That's going to be a domino effect. He's going to tell the next person no. The next person's going to be like no. And at the end of the day, I've got no more investors. You with me so far? So yeah. So that's just a quick backstory about myself. What I want to do is, there were some people here, you see they trade, I want to just find out by them, what is something that's holding you back, or what is something that is stopping you from trading. Who are the traders? Alright, let's go, let's go, let's go. Right, just introduce yourself and just explain briefly what is something that you are stuck with or struggling with.
My name is Sika. What I'm stuck with is that my mentality. When I'm inside the trade, I'm quick to take my profits. That's why. And then when I'm losing, I take time to take out the losses.
That's a very, very, very good example. What he basically said was, in a nutshell, when he enters a trade, he places either a buy or a sell. What happens to him is, when the minute he sees profits, he closes. But when he's in a negative, he's in a negative till eternity. And what does that do? That's basically hopeful trading. What does hopeful trading mean? It means you have hope that what? You have hope that the trade will eventually go your way. Am I right? Even if you leave it for 2 days, like, nah, at some point it's going to go my way. At some point I might be right. But the minute he basically sees himself in profit, he could be in profit $100, he would close it. Little to no, 2 hours later, he'd be floating 2,000 rand. You understand? And that is something that stuns many people. Trader, you experienced that before? Just nod your head. Yeah, here we go. It's a psychological state of mind. Next one.
My name is Asid. Also struggling with psychology. Because when you trade, I also do the game, the exit too early before I got out, because my psychology is not
Alright, so you need some work on your trading psychology. Anybody else experiencing an issue with their psychology? Want to go for it? Yes. Yes.
Psychology, no.
What about the psychology? What is one thing that challenges you besides the psychology, right? So if I were to break it down for you, let's say, like he said, he closed trades too early. What is something that you do? Same thing. Alright. Alright, so many people struggle with a similar thing. You're at the back here, right? You're trading as well. Okay, so what is something that you're struggling with?
Wrong decisions.
Let's go for it.
I'm Kevin, and it's wrong decisions.
Okay, so what do you classify as wrong decisions?
If you invest, if it's the wrong people to invest.
Okay, so you haven't physically traded,
No.
you got people to trade for you. Alright, so what do you think of the idea of you trading for yourself?
That is the reason why I'm here.
Perfect, right? One thing about trading for yourself, it means you control your own finances. Whatever money comes in, you know about it. What any money goes out, you know about it. And that is why we do it this way. It's so easy to say, you know what, I will invest with this person, he's trustworthy. But let me tell you something, right? I love money more than anything else. So if I were to do investments, the first thing I would do is enrich my own pockets. So if I've got clients investing thousands, they'll get a 5% return. What am I taking? The 95. But you are going to be happy with that 5. Why? Because you're not doing anything. Right? You are getting a consistent, guaranteed return. Yes, I'm going to make much more because that's just how it works. I know the market better. I'm experienced in the market. But the bottom line is what? I'm going to fill my own pocket. I'm going to take 95% of the profits. And you are going to take 5%. You understand? So that is why I always believe it is better to understand how it works so you can make informed trading decisions. Yes, you can still invest on the side because you know that's just spending your pocket money. But anything else that you do, it's yours. Any questions quickly? How to make profits, right? Now that I think we covered long ago. But touch on that real quick. Just to touch on that. What I want to say is, number one, making profits, right? It's the easiest thing. If you traded before, making profits is the easiest thing. The most difficult thing is sustaining it and growing it. Anybody can make profits. I'm sure people sitting in this room who traded before, just keep this. I'm sure people sitting in this room who have traded before made profit. Yes or no? Made profit. But what happened after you made the profit? Could not maintain it. Right? So making profits is the easiest thing. And how we make profits, it's very, very simple. To explain it to you, if we predict the market to go up and we buy, we make a profit. If we predict the market to go down and we sell, we would make a profit. Right? So to simplify it to you, this is not like a stock. A stock generally, you buy a stock low, when it yields a great return, you sell it. Right? We all know of that. This is not a stock. So this is not you buying Apple shares for 10 Rand. 5 years later, Apple shares is worth 5 million. Your 10 Rand is now worth 300,000 and now you sell your shares because you want 300,000. No. This is, if you predict Apple shares to go up and you buy, and it goes up, you win. If you predict Apple shares to crash, and it goes down, you win. So it's a win-win, right? That's the easiest way to explain it. And the training program that we have covers it in an advanced perspective, but also in a beginner perspective so that you can understand how to trade and become consistent. Right, so quick one. I do want to wrap up soon because we still have the giveaways to do. And that is going to be intense. So some people in this room is going to be walking away with a 5,000, 3,000 and a 1,000 Rand. Alright? Don, can we get your money please? Alright, let's have a look. Can everybody still hear me? Sound a bit softer. Alright, that's much better. Okay, so before we get started with the giveaway, a lot of people normally tell me I get this a lot, right? Many people want to learn how to trade. Many people want to get started, but sometimes don't have funds, right? We will do the giveaway soon. Sometimes we don't have the correct funds. We want to get started. Maybe now is not the right time, or you plan to get started, but then boom, life happens. That money now needs to go to something else. Okay, so the training plans we have available, we have 5 training plans available, right? 4 of them are done face to face. So in an environment like this, 1 of them is done online. Some people who work not flexible enough struggle a bit. Why? Because they can't obviously be here. Some people couldn't come, maybe work called them, whatever the case may be, right? But the bottom line is they want to get started. So we cater for them as well. Alright? The next thing, we do 2-day trainings. Why do we do them over 2 days? 2 days is enough to fill you with sufficient information to get started. Then after that, we run you on an online basis with live training sessions twice a week. What do we do with that? Build on the knowledge that you already have. Right? And then we also have, for those who feel they want a more private experience, we offer private one-on-one training. And then lastly, we offer a 6-day course that covers everything you need to know in a 6-day period. You with me? Saturday, Sunday, Saturday, Sunday, Saturday, Sunday. Why do we do it over the weekends? Here we go. We accommodate everybody. A gentleman said over the weekend the market is closed. Which is true, the market is closed over the weekend, right? But to answer everybody's questions, around this room, we have QR codes to register for any training program of your choice. Whether you want to do it, whether you don't want to do it, whether you just came here because you thought you want to get some insights, or you want to just see what options are available, that's completely fine, right? But do know one thing. For today only, right? Our training program is R1,000 for the normal 2-day course. First 10 people who sign up will get it at 50%. That's for the first 10 people. Then after that, we introduce a payment plan. What does a payment plan mean? You can't afford it, pay it over a couple of months. People are like, yes. We're like, yes, we can now afford to pay it. That's how the world works. If you can't afford to buy something cash, either lay by it or you pay it. How does that affect your training? After your first payment, you start immediately. You book your dates, whatever package you have. We also made it so simple, because some people really can't afford it but they want to get started. No hate within that. We got a program for them which just covers 2 days training, nothing else. You come into the office for day 1 and day 2, that's all. All of the other programs, what do we cover? Mentorship, coaching. What does mentorship mean? Support, guidance, assistance. They all mean the same thing. In case some of you are wondering, what is coaching? What is support? What is guidance? They all come down to the very, very same thing. Alright. Now, what I want you to take note of is, giveaway that we're going to do, you need to have a vault account. So if your name is called for the giveaway and you don't have a vault account, you need to create one so you can access the funds. Also, if you're uncomfortable creating it, it will be forfeited, passed on to the next person. Fair?
Yes.
The rules fair?
Yes.
Alright, cool. Alright, are we looking over there? Good. Funded account giveaways, right? So what's going to happen is, mic one volume on it, please.
Can you maybe explain the discounted 500 trading?
What would you like to know?
Is it for 2 days?
It's the 2-day with mentorship.
What means?
That's correct.
And live.
Yeah, yes,
Live.
that's correct.
Okay, and it's 500 Rand, otherwise it costs 1,000.
That is correct. Bit lower. Here we go. Yeah, so that is correct. So what he's saying is, our training program generally goes for 1,000 Rand. That is a once-off payment, right? But that can be paid in 6 parts. So 350 over 6 months normally works about to 2,100. Yes, it costs more, but some people prefer to have it more flexible.
And what do you get in that 2 days?
Okay, so he wants to know what do we get in that 2 days. Day 1, introduction to Forex, terminologies and definitions, basic introduction to market structure, uptrend, downtrend, ranging market, risk management, and your win rate. What does that do? That tied together alone makes you understand how money moves in the market and how you can capitalize, and it includes the strategy. Day 2. Day 2 includes understanding market structure at a much deeper level. So now we physically dig into the chart, identify trends, identify entry points, and we calculate our risk. Why is risk important? Without risk, we won't know if we can actually afford to take a specific trade or not. You with me so far? And then, for the program with no mentorship, it just means 2 days at the office, you do day 1 and day 2. That's it. Normally, sometimes people do that if they have traded before, they just want to sharpen up the skills. And in the 6-day training program, we go more advanced. So week 1, 3 weeks. Week 1, do the basic introduction, day 1 and day 2. Week 2, we cover the intermediate course. So the intermediate course covers entering multiple times, calculating variable risk for multiple entries on the same pair, stacking orders, getting sweeter entries, how to understand the Fibonacci. Those are covered in day 1 and day 3 and day 4, obviously. Right? And then day 5 and 6. Day 6, I know we do the recap of all of the 5 days, but day 5 we go full on advanced. That's how to trail your account, how to diversify your trading portfolio by setting your funds in the correct allocations. And obviously day 6, tie everything together. You with me so far?
Is there any chance in the training program where you actually trade with us and you actually make some bucks in that 6 days?
Okay, so there's a reason why we don't do that, right? Because I'm going to give you a typical example, right? There's a reason why we do that. We don't do that, right? Because we know trading entails risk. What happens is, let's assume this half of the room come for the 6-day course for this month. This half of the room comes for the 6-day course the following month, right? This day we're doing live trading, right? This group, everybody makes money, no matter what they put in. This half of the group, they lose money. Because unfortunately, it was just a losing trade, right? So automatically, those people become despondent, irrespective of what they have learned. And whatever they have learned now becomes out of practice and they need to restart. So for that reason, we don't do it. We had many people do it before, and they never had a good result because now immediately after they join the training program, let's assume this group that made money, next week they're on their own, they lose money, and then it becomes a blame game. So just to keep the reputation of the company still growing, obviously you take full accountability and responsibility when you trade your own equity. That is why we don't do it, or why we never started doing it. And there's a reason why we are still in operation, because this method works. A lot of the time, it's so easy to say, guys, what we're going to do is fund your account with 1,000, come to the seminar, let's trade. How does it look? 100 people lose all of their money in 10 minutes. What does everybody say? No, this is a shit company. Right? But without realizing the minute they enter that door, it's your responsibility as well. If you lose the money, it was just that instance where it was a losing trade. Tomorrow we could trade and we could win a 5,000. But unfortunately, you lost your money today. And that is how it works. So instead of us doing it that way, we rather train you on how to calculate your risk, how to manage your risk, so that when something like that does happen, you will know how to bounce back. And to explain it in a simple manner, there's 5 trading days. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Monday you lose, Tuesday you lose, Wednesday you lose, Thursday you lose, Friday you win. But Friday you make back all of your losses plus more. And I'm going to ask you a question. Are you still a winner? Yes, because you made a net profit. Right? Now, how does that look on our company? As per se, you are only here Monday and Tuesday. Tuesday you lose. But another group now comes in Wednesday, Thursday, and they're all winning. Aren't you going to say, yeah, but why didn't I come Wednesday? You understand? So that's why we don't do it. It becomes too uncontrollable. I would love to do it, yes. It's amazing, like if we lose together. If we win together. But some people, unfortunately, emotions get the better of them. And shit obviously hits the fan. Alright, so let's check how we're doing for time. What we can do is, we can do some networking at the end. I am here till afterwards. We can have open-ended conversations. We can open up a Q&A session. It will be very helpful to some of you here. Some of you want to get started, some of you don't. It's fine. There we go, Don. We're going to do the giveaway now. Right, so let's open up this over here. If your name gets called, you can come to the front. And what we're going to do is, we are going to be doing the 5,000 Rand funded account giveaway first. Right, let's get all 3, and I'll keep it in the front. No, that's fine. Alright. There we go. So we got our accounts. Remember, I'm going to explain the instructions on how your account gets credited. Okay? So this, obviously we all know this is not the real money. Let's make that clear. Right? It's not the real money. What happens is, once your name has been drawn over here, your details will be passed over to our finance department, where they will then check if your account is verified. So if you have your account here with us at Bulk Markets, it's verified, the funds will then be allocated to your account. Alright? What it means is, you can't just withdraw the 5,000, it's not going to work like that, because it was intended for trading purposes. Right, so can we get a little bit of a drum roll here? Alright. Hey. Aren't I the winner? Just kidding. Just kidding. Alright. The very, very first winner for our 5,000 Rand giveaway is Abdul Bandika. Good job. Good job. What we're going to do is we're just going to do a quick photo. Okay, Carl, you're going to come to the front, Don. Here we go. This is yours. Perfect. Thank you. Can I see thanks, buddy? Here we go. Let's do that for you. Drinks on him tonight? Just kidding. Just kidding, just kidding, just kidding. Let's go. The next one, we are going to be doing the 3,000 Rand giveaway. Please let me be the winner of this one. Please, 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 please. Right. Gift fee. Whoa, nice stuff. Well done, my man. Well done. Come stand over this side, over this side, over this side. All right. There we go. That's yours. One thing about this man, he's actually been messaging me for quite some time, always wanting to come. And the minute I said we're having a seminar, he came. Let's give him a round of applause. Here we go. Last one. 1,000 rand, 1,000 rand, 1,000 rand. Kevin McDonald. Well done. Well done, well done, well done, well done, well done. Well done, my man. This guy was actually here first today. He should have actually got the 5,000. Perfect, perfect, right? And then Lukman, we got some bags. How many are there? 4? 4. Alright, alright, alright. Perfect. I got some 4 beautiful hampers. Up for grabs as well. Up for grabs, right? And then we're also going to be giving away 5 Wolf FX golfers and then caps as well. Okay, so because we had a bit of an issue with the merchandise, we never actually planned on how we're going to do this giveaway. Okay, so now I think the best way like this worked, everybody we're going to put our names in a drawer and then we're going to draw them. I think that's the best and the most easiest way, right? So let me see if I can get a couple of pages, each one name folded in the box. We're going to shake it and we're going to draw it. Get some paper. Perfect. Now this you can just leave here. Yeah, we can leave it here. Right. People who want that money, after this we're going to speak. Alright? We're going to speak after this. We're going to speak after this. Other than that, all I can say is in the future we're going to be hosting much more of this. Whether it be a motivation seminar, whether it be actual education, the whole goal of it is to do more. Right? So we're going to do more. Earlier on, we were talking about what your goals are. Some people said they want to be profitable in Forex, they want to be consistent, etc., etc., etc. Right? But the bottom line is, as you sit in here, visualize your goal. Right? Whatever it is, visualize your goal and then think of 5 things, small things, that you can do daily that will take you one step closer to your goal. 5 things.
I want to ask you something.
Yes.
The 2 days you're talking about, you can make any difference to my trading day. If I come here, it's a Saturday, Sunday.
Okay, so his question is, you are a trader, right? He's been trading. He wants to know if my 2-day program is going to make a huge difference. Okay, so I'm going to ask you one question. I'm actually going to ask you 2, right? Because the one will be kind of linked to the other. Okay, are you profitable? Okay, now my second question was going to be, are you consistently profitable? Because in my trading career, I've met people who are profitable. Yes? What does that mean? They can actually make profit. But the question is, can they make consistent profit? And that is what the deal breaker is. Because you don't just want to be profitable. You want to be profitable all the time. You want to have a net profit all of the time. And the only way you get that is having the correct coaching and mentorship. And not to, shine the limelight on me, but I'm very good at what I do. Right? Besides people vouching for me, I can tell you, from the minute I look at what you are doing, I'll be able to tell you what you're doing wrong. I'll be able to tell you what you can do to fix it. I'll show you how to fix it, and I promise you we'll fix it. Because it's possible. What I did, it took me more than a year to overcome. What I can do now to you will take a month or two. If you align yourself with me and if you follow what I do. But because this game, it's a very difficult game, it's very tricky, it obviously involves a lot of mental, whatever you want to call it, right? But the name of the game is this. If you do exactly what I say, you will get the expected results. The problem that it comes with is, it's pointless half of the time you do what I say, and then the other half you do what you think you should be doing, which is a problem. Because then I'm going to call you out on it. Because number one, because I love money so much, time is very important to me. Don't waste it, right? And also, don't waste your own time, right? So, if I say, don't trade on a Friday, I mean it, right? And I guarantee you, Monday to Thursday you'll be doing good. Next week I'll get a message from you saying, oh my God, I lost my money. I'll ask you, what day did you trade? Friday. Do you get what I'm saying? And a lot of the times it applies to news events. Anybody heard of news events? Specifically, I tell people, don't trade news events. What do? Trade news events. What I've actually learned now is, I'm going to change the way of teaching. I'm going to say trade news events. And then they won't trade it. I'm going to say, lose money. And they won't lose money. Let's just see how far we are with, just know your name. Please people, try to fold it as small as possible. When it folds big, yeah, we're getting the paper now. When it folds big, guys, it's difficult to choose it. Try to fold it as small as possible. Even if I take longer to take it out, it's fine.
I was told there are brokers that make money when you trade and how to exploit money.
Okay, so his question is, there are brokers out there who make money when their clients lose. Alright? How do you spot them and how do you identify them? Number one, what you need to understand is what type of brokerage they are, whether they are A book and whether they are B book. Secondly, to add on to what you are saying, whether the broker makes money if you lose or not, the bottom line is that you are losing. Are you with me? So, irrespective if you traded with a broker that doesn't take your money when you lose, or you're trading with a broker that does take your money when you lose, what do both brokers have in common? The fact that you lost. You understand? So there's nothing you can do to stop it. Option one, it's either what? The broker takes your money. Option two, you lose but the broker does not take your money. In that scenario, your funds normally pay out those who win. Make sense? So let's assume all of us here are trading and we lose. Maybe in this room there's maybe 3 people who win big. Our losses will cover their winnings. It's general. That's like common sense. But your money just doesn't vanish. Obviously it doesn't vanish. But to combat that, what he's saying, we have to also understand how a broker works. And we need to play the game of the broker in order for us to win. Right? For example, if a broker says no scalping, scalping means not being in an entry for a quick short or short period of time. We need to be like, okay, what can we do to combat that? Very simple. Stay in trade for longer. You understand? So you can't say things are not made clear, but they are made very, very clear. So that's why when it comes to brokerages, for me personally, I stick to 1 or 2 at most. Right? So another broker that I would be using would be Deriv if I trade synthetic indices, which I was telling somebody about earlier, boom and crash. Right? But other than that, a lot of people, I will give you a good example, a lot of people, right, have the idea. They put money into broker A, they lose. The first thing that comes to mind, he's going to collect it shortly. The first thing that comes to mind is, let's try broker B. Because broker A is a junk broker. Alright? They lose on broker B. What do they tell themselves? Broker B is a junk broker. Let's try broker C. Broker C provides this better than what they provided. And then what happens next? You lose on broker C. So now you try 3 different brokers. What all 3 is in common? The fact that you lost. Makes sense. So whether this one tells me, yeah, but this broker offers competitive spreads, this broker offers a bonus, this broker offers this. It's neither here nor there. What what defines you as a trader is how you spot setups and how you actually enter and execute them. Are you with me? So yes, there's a lot of confusion because obviously when we started or when we heard about this industry, we had certain expectations, right? But I've literally been in this game way too long to know exactly what goes on and what doesn't go on because of my experiences. Yes, I lost money. If any one of you here were to ask me, do you lose money? I'm going to have to tell you the truth. Yes, I do. Yes, I absolutely do. There's no way I don't lose money. There's just no way because that's impossible. The best of traders lose money. Here some of us complain, I lost the 500. I can show you results of where 50k is lost like right here and there. I need to be able to be like, okay, cool. Let me just walk it off. You know, when you're younger and you get hurt and they still want to hit you. So when I get hurt, like, it's fine, I'm okay. You have to be able to walk it off. That is the psychology that you have. But we have people or traders, the minute they lose, now I need to enter again. I need to make back what I lost. This is what I need to do. Why? Because they want a revenge trade. No point. You got to get that psychological state right first. And it all starts with a simple thing. Focusing on one thing at a time. Alright. Any other questions? I like answering questions. Yes?
Yeah, another question. What is your best time frame you use to analyze?
Okay, best time frame used to analyze. I started from the daily. Daily always. Daily, why? It indicates one full trading day. What does that mean? More secure, more reliable, a clear picture. What do I then do? Drop down 4 hour. What I look for on the 4 hour? The 4 hour, I break down what I see in the daily. And then when do I enter on what time frame? 1 hour. Because the 1 hour gets zoomed in to the 4 hour where I spot certain candlestick patterns. And that is where I'll enter. Although I might obviously not probably had good luck with candlestick patterns, however, 1 hour is where I would generally execute a trade.
The indicator you use?
Oh, buddy. No indicator. No indicator. And I'll tell you why. With indicators, you get 2. Leading, lagging. Leading indicator means it's in front. So that means if it gives you a buy, the buy is already in 2 hours ago, which means you missed out. That's leading. A lagging indicator means it's going to show you now, but the price is only going to happen later. Now it gives you a buy, you enter a buy, and then price first goes down, then it goes up. By the time it went down, you lost. Which is why I don't believe in indicators. So we trade pure price action. Price action means what you see with the price, that is what's happening.
Now, I'm listening to all this terminology, and I'm not sure if I need to understand it from a technical point of view or from a literal point of view.
Okay.
So when I set up something, I set up a room. I don't know what your setup means. You know, I'm just using this.
Of course, as an analogy.
So even so, somewhere, you're going to have to start by grade 1 if I'm going to have to join the training.
Exactly.
I mean, really.
Exactly.
Grade 1.
Exactly. I like his way of thinking.
Yeah.
Exactly. To add on to what he's saying, right? Do you know what a stick model is?
See, there's another technical.
No, this is like like a stick model. There we go.
Yeah.
Right? A stick model. Okay. So day 1, our basic training consists of only stick models. So anybody, any age level could understand it because that's how basic it is. Right? It's when we go to day 2, we use day 1's basics to apply it to real-time data. So day 2, we don't cover none of this bars there, we cover none of that. We just cover stick model foundation. A lot of people, when I show them the model, when I show them the introduction, they are wowed at it because it's so easy. Right? It gets difficult because people make it difficult. So yes, you are right. As a beginner, you are going to be completely lost. Yes, you would.
Because I'm lost even now.
Yes, a lot of you would be lost. A lot of you would be lost. You'd be confused. You would obviously not understand what's going on. But the basic, what I'm trying to say, or the gist of what I'm trying to say is that at some point in time, some people that sat here, that sitting here, that started it, also knew nothing about it. Right? It's like anything. Before you're doing it, you don't know anything about it. Up until you start learning. You learn, you learn, you learn. Same concept, right? So do we got that? Box ready? There we go. So we're just going to do 4 giveaways. And then after that, we're going to play a game. We're going to play a game. We're going to fight for what's lost. We're going to see who's the most motivated and we're going to fight for what is lost. So whatever is left there, we're going to fight for it. We're going to fight for it. I know I'm going to fight for it. I'm seeing a cup that I like, I'm going to fight for it. If I see you there before me, I'm before you. That's how it is. That's how motivated you should be. Right. Don, you ready for me? Right, so we got Liberty Chikwada. Hey, give me a round of applause. Alright, we got him an amazing gift bag over here. There we go. Perfect. Enjoy, my man. Here we go, next person. Can we make a rule that the same person can't win twice? Abdul, I think today's his lucky day. Today's his lucky day. Today's his lucky day. Yes, sir. Somehow this guy keeps on winning. Guys, if we have a seminar again, we can't invite him. Here we go. This is for you, my man.
Abdul.
This guy is very, very lucky. When you're trading, you need to be close to him. It's a sign of good fortune. There we go. Whoa. Keith Summerton. That's you. No. There we go. My bad. There we go. There we go. That's for you. Alright, perfect. And then last but not least, Rushdie K. Who's that? Right into the front. Why are you so shocked? Not supposed to be here. There we go. This is yours. Perfect. Alright. And then, just keep mine this way for the sound. Alright. Okay. That's part of it, that's fine. Then, we got over here, I think there's more water bottles under the table. We got some lanyards, pens, some golfers, and some Vault Market shirts and caps. Alright? Yeah, sure. Put my cap on as well. Alright. For this over here, we're just going to give them away at random. So we're going to play a quick game. Whoever lifts up their hand first is going to get it. Now I'm serious. No, from the time I say go. Right? We can't now do the same thing all the time with the draw, with the draw, with the draw. Right? We've got to be quick. We've got to be agile because that's how you need to be in the markets. Okay? We're going to try and see if there's enough water bottles for everybody. Bear in mind, the golfers are medium size only, but they have a good fit. Right? So if you're large or small, you might still be able to pull it off. Right? But if you're extra large or extra small, it's going to be difficult. Right? And in the caps, one size fits all. Large, large, small. Right though. We got two largest up for grabs. Sweaters. I'm going to do a countdown. Whoever lifts up their hand first is going to get it. 3, 2, 1. Right, there's these two guys in front. Too bad, here we go. That's yours. This is a launch. Alright. I'm going to do it again. We're going to lift up our hands. 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, but it's again this side. No, man. Something is wrong, mate. Something is wrong here. Something is wrong. This guy did lift his hand up first with the small. Right, I'm going to stand in the corner rather. I'm going to stand in the corner. That way I can see who gets it or who's. Then you guys just want to help me look. Okay. We're going to go for small in white. In white. Right? Are you watching? You're watching the eye? You're watching who's lifting up the hand first for the small in white. Alright. No, we're not do the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. But it's again in the middle. Something's wrong. Joking, I'm joking. We'll go to the guy over here with the purple. Purple, what color is that? Brown? There we go. That's for you in the back. There we go. Next we have a medium. Two mediums up for grabs. Now this is one that is very difficult to find because, like I was saying, everybody's a medium. So this is the one that we're gonna fight for. I'm gonna throw it there. Whoever's gonna get it first, they can have it. You can get physical. It's fine. Are you ready? I'm just kidding, guys. We need to be civil. We need to be civil, right? Let's do the large first. 3. No, guys. No. We can't be lifting our hands up before the time. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's give it to this lady over here. Here we go. Ladies also need to win as well. Men can't always be winning. We need to start some woman empowerment here as well. Alright. Let's do that side. Because that side, they upset with me. Do this side. I close my eyes and just throw. You can go for it, this fine. You must look who's lifting up there. Okay, we're gonna go again. I'm gonna do a countdown. He's gonna hand them out. Just check who. 3, 2, 3. No, I never said 1. 3, 2, 1. There we go. How many do you have left there?
1 extra large.
Extra large. I think we can donate that to the front. Who's an extra large here or wants to be an extra large to get something? Oh. Is there another extra large?
That's the only one.
Okay, give it to the gentleman over here in front. Here. We can't let that guy win twice. We cannot let that guy win twice. Alright. Large and a medium. Somebody come check here who's lifting up their hands. All right. Just kidding, the mic is working. The mic is working, just kidding people. Kidding, it's working. Alright. For a large and a medium. The man can begin, can I throw them? No, it's going to be a bit crazy, fighting. Nah, it's going to be too crazy. It's going to be too crazy, people will kill each other here. People like free kicks. Alright, let's go this side and then I'll do one last one over here. Alright, this side, are you ready? You can choose the winner.
Who was the first person to sign up?
Who was the first person? You're going to have to check. When I check, I can check. Just scale me, press the time.
To the first and second person.
To the first and second person who signed up. Yo, but I have existing clients who signed up years ago.
Yeah, for that.
For this. That's gonna be very wrong, eh? Let's check, let's check. Let's put this down. There we go. Can we make some noise quickly? People. If I must give away a 20,000, and I'm sure people will shout. Right, are we giving away a 20,000? Yeah. Just kidding, people. Kidding. Just kidding. Alright, let's get this started. Woo! Just taking some time here real quick. Let's see who the first person was. Do we have a Tanti Sizwe here? No, it was from now recently. Samuel? There we go. Nobody got one. Right, Joe. I love you guys' sense of humor. It's amazing. Right? So Samuel, I want you to nominate anybody here in this room but yourself. You can hand this one out. But you must come to the front.
Yeah. There
we go. Anybody here who you choose, you can hand it out to. He has one. If you have one, I think he was just looking for the easier option. There we go. Alright. Now, to the next portion. I hope this is going to fit. For this, do we want to get them to put the top on now? No? Yes? Okay, cool, that's fine. Alright, so for the next portion, I'm just going to ask maybe a couple of questions. See who's sharp on the edges. And we're just going to give these out and then a golfer. So if you're not a medium or small, automatically you're disqualified. So only if you're a medium, you're in. If you're anything above, you're disqualified. We got that. Let me just check here. Small also the caps. So if you have a big head also, unfortunately we won't be able to, just kidding, one size fits all. Alright. So, let's go for this. How long when did I start trading? I'm sorry, he shouted. You see, that's what I like. When people take the opportunity. There we go. Perfect, 2018. Alright. The next question I'm going to ask is, I never said it, but it was on the screen. Alright? When was Vault Markets established?
2021.
Who said 2021 years? There we go. Now this guy's spot on. Spot on, my man. Spot on. Okay. Are you ready? Are you ready? Who's ready here? Right. You are ready. Nice. Right. I'm going to say this slowly. Vault has many accounts. What are the main? How many are the main ones?
3.
Right, this guy said it. He didn't even say me, he just said 3. Alright. Anybody want to go for a question? Are you sure you're good? It's the giveaways that always gets to me. We run out of questions to ask. Yes. Alright. I'm going to give another cap there and then a cap here in the corner. Nothing here in the middle. There's guys in the middle. Spot in the middle. Alright. One cap left. One cap left. I think I'm going to give this to the lady who owns the business. Let's clap for her. You're welcome. And there's going to be a reason why, right? Why I actually gave it to her. Because being another businessman, she's a businesswoman, but being another businessman, I know how difficult it is handling clients, doing what you need to do, and also keep you cool. It requires like next level patience. I'm going to tell you why quickly. Alright, I'll give you an example with her business. Somebody will ask her, how much would it be to do my nails this long on this fingers, or for an event. She will tell them X amount of money. Tomorrow they're going to be like, okay, cool. What if I do it for 7 of my fingers? That stuff happens. People will be like, but what if I only want to do 7 of my fingers? Because will it be cheaper? That is the type of stuff that we deal with by running a business. Right? People or clients ask sometimes crazy questions. But one thing that you need to remember is you are running a business. So whatever they ask, you gotta give and deliver. And then the last cap over here, I'm gonna give to one of my very first clients, sitting over there. Come on. Here we go. You're welcome. Alright, one of my very, very first clients. Okay, now we're going to the golfers. Okay, you see, I'm going to have to now. Sorry about that, people. Sorry about that, I'm going to have to. Alright, so let's keep one aside for her. We've got now 4 to give away. Alright. Okay, he said it. Okay, come for it. He started the trend. He started the trend. Right? And you're welcome. I want to actually tell you a story about this gentleman over here. He's killing the charts. I won't lie to you. He's killing it. If he wants he can literally vouch for my hard work and dedication to the community, because he knows when it comes to making money, I don't play around. Right? I don't have time for games. You either do what I say or you don't. You take my advice or you don't. You can't come crying to me later. Why? Because we got to take accountability. Alright, so now that we have 3 left, who will the lucky 3 be? Who said me now? Who's me? Who's me? I don't think me's a name. Okay, we're gonna all say our names out, and if I hear your name, so I'm gonna give you an example, right? If your name is difficult to pronounce, use an alias. So for example, my name is a crazy name, I'm gonna be called John. So if anybody has John here, they'll know it's easy to pronounce. Am I right? Okay. Alright. So you're gonna give this away. You know your name, what you want to call yourself. Alright. I'm gonna do a countdown, and you shout out your name, and you're gonna win a golfer. Alright? 3, 2, 1.
Evidence.
I heard his name. What was I doing? I heard his name. What was the rules? The rules was, I'm going to do a countdown. If I hear your name, you are going to get it. It was just his luck that he said his name last and I heard his full name. Evidence. Are you with me? Alright, last 2. We are going to do it again. I love this. Alright. 3, 2, 1, go. I'm letting you at the end. There we go. That's for you. Alrighty. This section here, never got anything here, this back portion. So I'm just going to be in tune here for them. Alright? No, just for them. Alright, just for them over here. Alright? 11 people over here. Right? Let's see whose side luck is on today. Alright, you're going to say your name. And I'm going to close my eyes, and if I hear it, it's going to be yours. My face this way. 3, 2, 1. Michaela. Who else heard Michaela here? Michaela. Who's Michaela? Here we go. That is yours. You're welcome. Alright. So we basically came about everything. My other golfer, my first client. All I can say is, look, Mana already gave me the go-ahead. He said in the future we're doing more giveaways, right? We're doing more giveaways. That means more funded accounts, more merchandise up for grabs. It's going to be exciting. For those of you, we got some lanyards, pens, and water bottles. Sorry, but I also have to be a winner, so this is, I'm taking for me. Sorry, people. I also got to be a winner. So this is mine. And then we also got some diaries over here. Right? So all I want to say is thank you, everybody, for attending. The QR codes are all around this room for those who want to register. Right? How it works is we are very, very exclusive. So that means dates for the upcoming month only get released within that month. That's how fast we work. Right? We don't set things months in advance, because when we do that, what happens? Cancellations, a lot of things change. Take a guess how long it took us to set up the seminar. If not less than a month. Less than a month. And moving forward, we want to do something like this every single month. Okay? So QR codes are here. You can contact us. We have guys here to assist you with creating your free Vault Markets account. For those of you who want to get started, create your account. Chat, you can liaise with me. We'll give you the guidance and the support that you need. Like I said, Vault Markets, they have a very good support structure. They're on WhatsApp as well. They can be called. I'm not sure if calling is still a thing. Nobody to do. There we go. But I mean, generally speaking, nobody calls. Everybody's on WhatsApp. And it would be a good way. So over there, we have creating your account, registering for your training program, and then contacting us to get involved. If you maybe don't have Wi-Fi, you don't have data, we have QR codes for the Wi-Fi and data as well. If you want to connect. Right, we do have booths. Is the other room open? No. Yeah. It's fine, we can do it over here. You will have dedicated people to assist you if you want to create your account. Other than that, I think it is only fair that we do a group video or we do a group photo. Alright? So for those of you who want prizes, now's your time to shout the loudest. Okay? So we're going to make 2 videos. Right? We're going to make 1 video. I'm going to say, who's the best broker?
Vault
Markets. Right? Who saw that video? You saw that video, right? So we're going to do one. Who's the best broker? Right, we're going to do a test. 3, 2, 1. Who's the best broker? Alright, there we go. So let's do that one quickly. Alright, can everybody see? Yes. Alright, so we're going to ask a quick question, right? Who is the best broker? Who? I can't hear you. There we go. Right? And then the one last video that we're going to do, we're going to say, thank you, Wolfie FX. Alright? Are you ready? Yes. Are you ready?
Yes.
When you walk into the mall with your Vault sweater on and your Wolfie FX cap, you're walking in proud. People's going to ask you, hey, where did you get that cap? It looks like Versace. I said, no, it's Wolfie FX. I'm going to ask you, where did you get that wool? You tell them, from the stock market. You with me? Alright, what are we going to say? Thank you. Thank you, Wolfie FX. Are we ready? Yes. We're going to do a test run. I'm going to do 3, 2. Alright. 2. People sleeping here. People sleeping. Alright, we got it. We're going to do a test run. But this time you're actually going to hear me speak. Okay? 3, 2, 1.
Thank you, Wolfie FX.
Alright, we get some excitement. Some people look like they're dead. But you guys want me to throw money out for you? There's no ATMs here. Unfortunately, I can't withdraw. If there was, it would have quickly gone. I would give out fun coupons. Transfer, no. Alright. Are you ready?
Yes.
Right. 3, 2, 1.
Thank you, Wolfie FX.
There we go. Alright. For those of you who want to do some photos, you can take photos, you can go wild, you do whatever you want.